peacock herl is the individual strands off the end of the male peacock tail feather. Herl is used for both body and heads on flies. It's fairly delicate. So if you're not going to wrap the herl with a rib, then the best way to protect the herl and make it stronger is to create a herl rope. To do a herl rope, tie in the herl fibers onto your hook. I suggest tying them in by the tips. The tips are more delicate than the butts are, and I find that they wrap better into a rope. So tie the herl onto your hook shank. Now come back to where you have the tie in and you're going to start wrapping, and we're going to create a dubbing loop. So I'm going to pull some thread out of my bobbin, come back up and wrap that thread in right there so that it doesn't come loose. Then I'm going to take the herl fibers and bring them down along my thread, and then take my dubbing pliers, grab the thread and the herl, and then twist. So what I'm doing is I'm twisting the herl together with the thread. Now that will be much stronger, and that's called a herl rope. And I can wrap that rope onto my hook shank either as the body or, depending on the recipe, as the head of the fly. And this then gives a body or head that is very fluffy, does not have a rib tied in over it, but is still strong, or at least stronger than the herl wrapped by itself, because it has that thread down the middle of it. And then just tie it off as you would normally tie off. I like to cut the herl there rather than break it off. I find that it stays under the thread better. So that's a body made from a herl rope.